quick, I ain't new to this shit, bitch, I'm true to this shit. Know you like that, nigga, huh? I know you like that.
Yo.
Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good on my body.
Welcome back to my channel. Now have a seat, followed by a sip, and please don't forget to leave a tip by liking and subscribing to your girl's channel. All right, you guys. So today, it's like a continuation of yesterday's conversation. Yesterday, I was kind of figuring things out between Armon and Milagro. I'm just calling Mob Radio because look, I hear Milagros, I hear Milagro, so we're gonna be Mob Radio. Okay, so respectfully to her, because I know I'm pronouncing that the right way. So I was trying to figure out what was going on between Armon Wiggins and Milagro. Like, who made the wrong move first? Like, what prompted for them to fall out? If you really want to just be honest, really what really prompted them to fall out is that they were never friends. And this was a business relationship that was strictly for networking and business, pretty much. So as I started to listen to clips yesterday, I'm hearing Armon Wiggins speak his behalf, and he kept saying, because I was originally under the impression that Armon Wiggins, he should have called Mob Radio. You know, he should have called Mob Radio because, again, I was understanding that Mob Radio called Armon Wiggins to ask if she could run the story. But as I was hearing Armon repetitively keep saying, like, she could have called me, I'm like, all right, so did she call him or did she not call him? As I got further deeper into it, I realized Mob Radio did call Armon. She called him to basically, prey on him when he got his TGIF, deal, to be on the network and sit next to Al and Claudia. She prayed for him and everything else like that. But I think now I know what Armon was expecting for her to do was to call him maybe after he got fired, as opposed to running the story. If we are friends, if we have had conversations. Sorry, if y'all hear my fan, it is hot and I just cannot compromise right now in this heat. And my AC is running too. So excuse me. But what I was understanding is, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here for the popular opinion. But if I can just go ahead and be honest, from all the data that I collected yesterday, Mob Radio is wrong. And let me tell you why. Because if you prayed for that man and congratulated him when he got the job, you could have picked up the phone and prayed for him and new beginnings, and what's going to be for him is going to be for him. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to just running a story, and it's almost like she was celebrating him losing the job. Now, I'm trying to still figure out, did she start running the story when the whole Cardi B situation went down? I'm trying to still get the sequence of that. Was the Cardi B situation happened when Cardi B called her out, and then Armon Wiggins went and made the peace treaty with Cardi B, and then what was that all about? So yeah, we're gonna get a little bit more of a continuation. I'm not gonna stay on here for too long, but I just want to say, in this situation, Mob Radio, it comes off that you was a little jealous. And I don't care, y'all. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my French. Lord, please forgive me, but I don't care. It came off that Mob Radio was a little jealous. Hello, Delightful by Design. And she was probably bothered that she did not know about Armon reaching out to Cardi B. And it kind of got on her skin. And she started running that story. But that's wrong. That's messed up. And now what I'm getting from it is Mob Radio is saying that, Armon hates women. And that could be her opinion. But if you were already feeling this way, why did you work with him? How does that make you look? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you knew he didn't like black women, this is what she's saying. Hello, Shana. If he, now you're saying, now you're trying to slander his name, you should have stand on 10 toes with the same narrative when he asked you for the interview. No, I don't want to do nothing with you. You hate black women. This is what she's saying, allegedly, and yada 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 yada. Why did you take the interview if you felt all these ways? Because the same way him asking you to do something for him, both of y'all were just trying to use each other. That's just networking. That's just how it goes. But I don't like the fact that Armon, I'm gonna be honest, like when Armon is right. When he is wrong, when he's wrong, he's wrong. And I'm gonna call it a spade a spade. It's coming off that for real, she definitely felt some type of way about that Cardi B situation. And she should have picked up the phone. If we are friends, if we're talking behind the scenes, and I know my friend just got fired, the first thing I'm not going to be trying to do is run the story. Why? I first of all, I can get a statement. My radio could got a statement from Armon. For I know him personally. I could be like, yo, is it true? You got fired? Okay, well, you know how this thing goes. We gotta make our bread. We gotta make our bread. So I'm gonna run the story. Is there a statement that you would like to leave me? No statement? Okay, so I'm gonna let that be known. But she didn't do that. She just ran the story, and then it just looked like she was celebrating his downfall. And it looked haterish. It really did. So for her to be coming out with all these alibis, I had a hurricane. Honestly, I'm gonna give it to Armand again. I know a lot of people do not call Mob Radio out because of her being, as far up she is, and it's because her mouth is lethal. Look, baby, I don't care about the mouth. Look, I'm protected by God. God is preparing my table in front of my enemies. So if she feel a type of way, I'm gonna hold you accountable. It doesn't matter anyway. But again, you could have picked up the phone and called your network buddy to even get a backhand statement, and you could have picked up the phone, or you could have let him know, like, I'm sorry I couldn't text you, call you. It's a hurricane. But if it's true, because I didn't go to her Twitter, if it's true that you was tweeting and posting and you was in a hurricane, girl, you could have did the same thing and let him know, like, okay, I got a lot of stuff going on. I can't talk to you right now. So it seemed like you were prioritizing, posting his downfall before you even prioritized to call your homie. And now all of a sudden, the Cardi B situation came out, and Armon is wrong for that. He is wrong for that, because it seems like when she did what she did, you basically said, okay, I got something for you. I'm going back to the home team. I'm going back to the winning team. If anything, Cardi B, because Armon was already saying it, Cardi B probably was not even messing with Armon Wiggins because of his relationship with Mob Radio. Armon, if you knew you wanted to, if you wanted to navigate in these celebrity streets and you wanted to be closer to Cardi B, then I don't know why you even thought to be cool with Mob Radio. Especially if you knew that she was talking on Cardi B's kids, and she is completely wrong for that. That mouth is nasty. And honestly, for real, from her mouth to God's ears, I really still feel like she need to come out and apologize for that, because you don't put your lips on nobody's kids in that derogatory in that type of derogatory manner. That's real nasty. That's a beautiful woman, but that spirit is coming off very, very, very disgusting. Very, very disgusting. And I don't care what she may say about me. Somebody got to say it. Somebody got to tell the truth and shame the devil. And that's just that on that. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like they both came into this network situation as a way to, tap into each other's demographics, which was smart. But if you guys felt a way about each other, Mob, if you felt like he hated black women, you should have got that understanding and checked it at the door before you sat on his couch in front of his production. Armon, if you felt like Mob Radio mouth was lethal and she was wrong for speaking on Cardi B's kids, you should have not sat back and sat on your hands and just held your mouth closed. This is what standing on integrity means, nip it in the bud at the door. If we're going to be friends, or if we're going to be any type of network buddies, let's go ahead and put everything on the table so that way we can clear this table up and then walk away from the situation knowing that we both have an understanding. Mob, I don't like that you spoke on Cardi B's kids. I think that looks really bad for your brand. And if you're going to be affiliated with me, that's going to look bad for my brand too. Armon, I don't like the fact that I always feel like you constantly beating down black women's block, like you don't really like us. You know, you pull that stuff with OG. I didn't really like that, and I just would hope that you would kind of, you know, articulate yourself in a better way, so that way it doesn't look bad on my brand for me networking with you. Both these people had no business networking with each other. Okay, but it seems like birds of a feather flock together, so they both are in the same boat when it came down to both closed mouths don't get fed. And because both of them closed their mouths on each other's situations, Mob feeling like he don't like black women, Armand feeling like, you know, she was wrong for speaking on Cardi B's kids, why we didn't hear nothing? Why y'all didn't tell each other that? Why is it now that y'all falling out, all of this is coming out? You know, y'all both, this is what y'all both deserve. Y'all both deserve this. Both of y'all are not innocent, but I do feel like Mob kicked it off. She kicked it off because why? If you called the man to pray for the man, if you called the man and prayed for the man when he got his job, then why you didn't call for the man and pray for the man after he lost his job? Why was you so excited to post it? That looks really, really suspicious, you know? So I can understand why Armand's like, I don't care. You know, you did me wrong. You did me wrong first. But really, y'all both did each other wrong because y'all were not open and honest. Y'all thought that little Cardi, that Tory Lanez, Megan, what is it, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing was cute when both of y'all were on opposite ends of the couch with different opinions. Yeah, it was cool. You know, it's cool to have a difference of opinion. But in this situation, it's not cool to have a difference of opinion. I think y'all should have had somewhat of understanding with the Cardi B situation. Armand, again, how do you expect to be cool with Cardi B if you know this woman is putting her lips on Cardi B's kids and speaking on her kids? And how are you going to feel some type of way that Kim Barbie is coming out saying there is no peace treaty because you over here doing business with the op? Cardi B is no fool. She's no fool. And she's watching the way you move. You'll never be in because of that. So I don't want to put it all on Mob, but how you expect to be cool with Cardi B and think that you're going to have, you know, these backstage passes to things when you really are hanging out with somebody that is really not for her. I don't fault her. And I can't fault Kim Barbie either for basically telling you, like, we really don't rock with you like that. You know, Cardi B don't play about her kids. And I'm sure Mob Radio don't play about her kids either. So if the shoe was on the other foot, she would probably be doing the same thing. Like, no, Amma, you can't sit with me. You can't sit with me. So that is my opinion. Mob wrong. She wrong. She wrong. She wrong. But our mom wrong too. Because again, if you know you felt some type of way about the Cardi B situation and the things that Mob was saying, you should have called her and nipped that in the bud right then and there. Or you should have said, you know what, girl, thank you for your business, but no thank you at this point. I appreciate the interview and yada, yada, yada. And I also don't like the fact that Mob is saying like, yeah, you know, you asked me for the interview. Well, yeah. I mean, if anything, he gave you an opportunity, and I think Mob gave him an opportunity too. They both gave each other an opportunity. One person is not more important than the other. One person has more clout than the other. Even though our mom was on TGIF, like people still know about Mob. You know, I don't think she had to be on such a platform or be around such celebrities for her to be well known. So that's where I stand. I just wanted to do some reactions to see what was out there, and if anybody wants to come up and talk, because yesterday I got some things wrong. I did say our mom was the one that was wrong in the first place, but when I kind of started watching the reaction videos, I was like, well, no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was already having the worst week ever, and here it is. His person is also who has a huge platform, because Mob has a huge platform. She has a huge platform, you know, when it comes down to this sector. Is now spreading it, and it almost looks like she was never for me. So let me look up some stuff. As I said, the link is dropped. You don't have to come up, show your face. If you want to just say your piece, you can. If you want to correct me, you can. If you want to agree, you can. I don't expect for everybody to agree with me, but let me see. Let's see. I said I won't gonna be up here long, but let's see. Um, let's see. Armon Wiggins. I don't think there was anything that came up. But why do they call her Fraud Mob Radio? That's not nice. But that's where I stand on that. I stand on the side that's right, and the side that's right is both these people should have never networked with each other. Both of these people should never just came together. Y'all should have just stayed in y'all separate corners and kept doing y'all thing. You know, that's that. But that's that on that topic. If you guys have any other topics you want to go into, you can. I saw some other stuff too. If you want to talk about something else, you can. But again, I wanted my voice to be out there because when I posted my last video, a lot of people was correcting me like, no, she didn't call him. She didn't call him. She didn't call him. Like, oh, well, snap. So I was just speaking on something that was not even true. But let me see. Speaking on. There was some other stuff. Oh, let's go to the next topic with the T.S. Madison gets dragged. Oh, Miss Messy Sweet Spot. She don't put no logos on her stuff, so I guess I can go over there and snatch and grab her stuff. Hold on. And the Messy Sweet, I made a video on the Messy Sweet Spot, y'all, and I used her handle. She just let it go, and because I said basically, you don't pop out and you show your face. Next thing you know, I go to her channel. She done changed her handle, and then she did a little intro with her popping out and showing her little face. I said, okay, you listening? Okay, you listening to the girl? Okay, but let's go to the page and see what's going on with the Tasha K situation and the geisha, so I can get a little understanding with that. Share screen. Let's get to it.
Agave taste from fresh pressed agave.
So why is it that T.S. Manhands can go at this woman's kids who don't have a voice of their own, and now you got Tasha K, and now when it was just her, she didn't have any protection because she's just a black woman. Because he's sitting over there calling her nappy neck, ugly, black, all of this anti-black rhetoric, and y'all are okay. Y'all are literally kikiing and laughing. I'm like, it's so much hate in the black community. I am so disappointed. But, I guess it's all entertainment. It's all fun and games when it's entertainment until you see who's laughing at you. Until you see who's laughing at you and not laughing with you. Then T.S. Manhands got a whole bunch of white gay male supporters. A whole bunch of them. And all them white gay men is sitting over there laughing at him, calling you nappy neck, black, ugly, all the gorilla. He called me a gorilla. He called every day. He calling me Magilla gorilla and this, that, and third. Hey, y'all think that's funny? Y'all cheer him on. Y'all need to cheer him to go to rehab.
Well, here's the thing. How I feel about the T.S. Madison. They both do it to each other. Tasha K will shred T.S. Madison to pieces. T.S. Madison would shred Tasha K to pieces. When it come down to both of them, I both see them as pigs in the dirt tussling. Okay, they both get dirty. I understand. Who's that? ATLian. I understand what she's saying, but if you're gonna call T.S. Madison out, you got to call Tasha K out too, because Tasha K, she's also said some things where it's like, hold on. Like she be speaking on people's kids too. Like you remember, let's not forget, she has a little past too of doing things that's not like right at all. But can continue. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's what y'all need to cheer him to do while he's sitting up there with a runny nose every day. Y'all need to cheer. He's so intelligent. He's so well spoken. He's a lot of things, but he's still a junkie. I've said it myself. I've seen it.
Now this lady done popped out with her face showing. I like that you listened though, Messy.
I'm gonna dish you right now.
The Messy Sweet Spot, but I think T.S. Manhands will get dragged so bad that they deleted the video. Either he reported it, T.S. Madison be reporting shit. But T.S. Madison went in on Tasha K.
See, and she didn't even got to keep doing, like, she don't have to even keep calling him T.S. Madison, because it's never going to stop. If you want T.S. Madison to stop, coming for Tasha K or the black woman, like, you have to stop running your mouth in a disrespectful way to her. Like, it has to be on both sides. You're adding fuel to the fire, and it's not making the situation any better. And you're contradicting yourself. You're very much contradicting yourself, and you're trying to retaliate. So I don't think that Alien should be calling her T.S. Manhands, because that's disrespectful. And if you're gonna call T.S. Madison out, because now she's about to put it in my head, you got to call Tasha K out too, because they both wrong.
They got their beef going, and I'm just like, oh, look at everybody fighting. Everybody is fighting. T.S. Madison went dark. I was like, how is this big burly man in a wig gonna sit there and
okay. This is what I mean. And so Alien is giving very much, you want the attention from T.S. Madison now, because you keep poking the bear. You keep poking and poking and poking and poking. And if you want all of this to stop poking the bear. You're not wrong for, what you're saying. You're wrong for how you're saying it and getting your message across. This is going to do nothing but piss her off even more. This be the problem. Everybody want to stop, disrespect. Everybody wants everybody to stop disrespecting everybody. But when you're saying you want this to stop, you're disrespecting someone. So it just doesn't come off genuine.
And make fun of a woman who was assaulted as a child. And I'm not even a Tasha K fan like that, okay? But as a woman, as a person, as a human being, who would use that as a read? Who?
Okay, but again, you can't pick and choose how a person is supposed to take an insult, because Tasha K speaking on T.S. Madison and her being a fatherless child and all the stuff in her face, and what she's done in her past to get to the top, that probably is hurtful to her too. So yes, I'm not discounting T.S. Madison, speaking on Tasha K and the things that she could not control. But again, they both wrong. Like, you can't pick a side. You really have to look at it from the outside looking in. Like, both these people keep attacking each other. Tasha K's mouth is vicious. T.S. Madison's mouth is vicious. Not one is right. Not both of them not right. And they both not wrong for how they feel, but they both not right for how they're getting their messages across. It's a way to do it.
He needs to be like, somebody to do something. I mean, my thing is, he say he done made it in Hollywood.
And you kept saying he. And see, when he come back and he slap you across the face with whatever your insecurities maybe, don't be hollering to the moon like, oh my God, he said this, because, and I'm not calling him a he, I'm just repeating what she's saying. You can't feel no type of way because you're disrespect. I mean, yes, we know, let's put the cheese on the cracker. We know T.S. Madison is a man, but at least let's just be respectful to the pronouns as right now, if you're trying to get all of this to stop.
Weird. Hollywood like that kind of stuff. They down for abusing children. That's what they do in Hollywood. So yeah, I guess he would think that was Reed, because that's what they do. You heard what Chris Stokes allegedly did to Rise B and B2K. Like, all of them, that's what they do in Hollywood. They had all the little children. You saw the Nickelodeon special about all the people that get all the children together and they, do stuff to them and stuff. So yeah, it seems like T.S. Manhands is a part of that clique. If he feels like that's something,
and then that's wrong. That's wrong, because now you're trying to say that T.S. Madison is a part of being a. You know what I'm saying? That's a flag on play. Like, you cannot do that. That's wrong. You out of bounds. I don't know if Alien is looking for the trouble, but the way she working, she gonna get it. But all I can say is, don't feel no way when T.S. Madison come back and she eats you alive, because again, you asking for you keep disrespecting her. You're putting allegations on her. And Yeah, you're calling her out for the same thing that you're doing right now.
As normalized and should be used as a tool against someone. Like, and then you got women cheering him on like he's dragging children. We talked about this before. He's reading children. This is a whole man, a man in a wig that purchased breasts. that purchased breasts.
Oh, why aren't they texting me back? Are they mad at me? Do they not like me anymore? I'm scared to ask for reassurance.
Breast and a butt, and it's sitting here telling y'all how to be women, telling y'all how to treat y'all men, and telling y'all that y'all children shit. I don't understand that. Where is the logic in that? And who would support something like that? And I'm mad at, we could bring Beyonce up all day long, but does Beyonce know about this? Does Tina know about this? Does Yvette Sure know about this? Is that her name? Do these people know? Does Beyonce's PR know about this? And he used Beyonce's name for everything. Does RuPaul know about this? And if they do, are they in the same boat? Are they as demonic and as he is? They don't care about children either.
See, I
have never seen anything that nasty and good. And I don't even follow T.S. Manhands. I saw it over there on the Messy Sweet Spot. I'm going to look for it because I was going to use it. I was going to talk about it. Now it's gone. And the people in the comment section was on board with me. Like, this is gutter. This is demonic. This, like I've always said, he's like the devil.
Okay. It does come off very it's not of God. But what you spewing right now out your mouth is not of God. And what Tasha K sometimes be spewing out her mouth is not of God. All three of y'all dead wrong. All three of y'all. It's like that little Spider-Man post when the Spider-Man pointing at the next Spider-Man that's pointing at the next Spider-Man. Y'all all pointing fingers, but y'all all in the same circle. Literally.
He is the devil. All the things that he said about me. But, because I'm a single Black woman and I have no kids, I have no protection. I have no protection. I get it. And I can stand in it. You know what I mean?
And there it goes. And there you just told basically you just told T.S. Madison what to use to get underneath your skin about being a single person with no kids. Like, obviously you can tell by you even mentioning that you just gave T.S. Madison what she needs to say and what she needs to harp on to get underneath your skin. Girl, I don't think that was smart for you to even say that. Again, if it bothers you, don't even repeat it, because now you just gave it legs to walk. It's
just me.
As you're calling T.S. Madison, T.S. Manhands and saying all type of stuff. I'm not saying you're wrong for your opinion, but again, the way you speaking about it, I don't think that's smart.
But then now you got Tasha K, and now when it was just her, she didn't have any protection because she's just a Black woman. Because he's sitting over there calling her nappy neck, ugly, Black, all of this anti-Black rhetoric, and y'all are okay. Y'all are literally kikiing and laughing. I'm like, it's so much hate in the Black community. I am so disappointed. But I guess it's all entertainment. It's all fun and games when it's entertainment until you see who's laughing at you. Until you see who's laughing at you and not laughing with you. Didn't Dave Chappelle say that when he was doing all those skits about the KKK and all this stuff? He was like, as soon as I saw who was laughing at me and not laughing with me, I had to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, T.S. Manhands got a whole bunch of white gay male supporters. A whole bunch of them. And all them white gay men is sitting over there laughing at him, calling you nappy neck.
Okay, well, the white gay man didn't need T.S. Madison anyway. They were gonna do what they was gonna do regardless. Okay, that's what they was gonna do regardless. They found a source to utilize to be their mouthpiece, but they was gonna do that regardless, whether you had T.S. Madison in the equation or not. But I do think T.S. Madison needs to be mindful of that because this is still our community, and for anybody outside looking in, trying to make fun of anybody else, inside the community, they laughing at all of us. They laughing at T.S. Madison too. You know, they really are. That's how I see it.
Black, ugly, you know, all the gorilla. He called me a gorilla. He called every day. He calling me Magilla gorilla and this, that, and third. Hey, y'all think that's funny? Mm-mm. It don't matter who drew first blood. Did she draw first anti-black rhetoric blood?
It does matter who drew blood first, though, because who kicked this off in this situation? Who kicked this off? Because this has been going on since what? From like 2020.
Did she draw first blood at T.S. Madison and his mama, or did she go for a whole group, a race of people? Explain that to me. Y'all explain that to me. And isn't T.S. Manhand's mama an adult? Like, I'm just saying, is she old enough to speak for herself? She speak for herself any other time. So why is it that T.S. Manhands can go at this woman's kids who don't have a voice of their own? Oh, it's messy, honey. It is messy. Does what he say affect me? It affects everybody. What I say affect everybody too. Clearly, we on the internet. What everybody should be accountable for the words that they speak. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Y'all say that about Donald Trump and Biden and everybody else. Everybody should be held accountable for the words that they speak. When people say the N-word and call people the N-word, you know, Karens and Kens, be, you know, doing this to black people, all of a sudden it's, oh, we're gonna ride, we're gonna get them fired, we're gonna do this. But when your own people do it, it's okay. It's not okay either way.
So my question is, what is the solution? How do we get these two to stop doing this? Because honestly, what you're doing, AT Alien, is adding more, or Michelle, I'm just calling you Michelle. Michelle, is you're adding fuel to the fire. You really are, with, you know, with the T.S. Manhands and all of that. Yeah, damn, now you got me calling him he. Damn. Excuse me, I'm not trying to be funny. But what you're doing to it is it's a double-edged sword. You're trying to kick back at T.S. Madison, but what's going to happen is everything you just told T.S. Madison about you being single with no kids, being a gorilla and all this other stuff, what you think she's going to do? She's going to throw it right back in your face again. She's going to re-up it, and she's going to mix it in with a couple other new jokes, and it's going to hit a little differently, and people are going to be laughing. So you even doing this, if you could have just articulated your thoughts in a more, I don't even want to say professional, but more in a like guidance counselor manner, it would hit a little differently. But because you now added insult to injury, and T.S. Madison wasn't even talking to you, she was talking to Tasha K, then I just kind of feel like you poking. You want a little bit of attention. So when she pop off at you, again, don't feel no type of way, because you saying a lot of stuff right now that's hitting her a little differently. You know how that lady feel. You know what her insecurities are, and she knows what yours are. You're doing it to her first, so you're kicking it off. And I will make a mental note of that if she does come back and she does, you know, knock you to the washer and dryer with your insecurities.
I'm black. It affects me. It affects me how other people view me. It affects me how people spread a narrative out there about us and who we are. It affects me. Yes.
And it's affecting T.S. Madison that you're saying that she is demonic, that she something with little kids. You're doing the same thing. It affects her. Hurt people, y'all. Hurt people. She don't even realize she's doing it. She's contradicting herself throughout this whole entire conversation.
It affects me. If you say it don't, then that's on you. It affects me that people laugh at this and then feel like they can come over to my channel and call me monkeys, apes, and gorillas. So yes, it affects me. It affects me every day. Yep. It affects me. He got videos on his channel right now calling me a gorilla. It affects me. The worst thing I called him was a man. It affects me.
Okay, and so, because and even though it feels like to you it's the truth, and yeah, it is the truth. T.S. Madison is a man. You know the way you're using it. You're using it in a way to slight her. You're using it in a way to basically hurt her feelings. So yeah, it may not affect you the same way that it's affecting her, but same thing. She hurting you, you hurting her.
Oh. I'm just in my little Kia Soul, child. I'm just in my Hyundai Sonata. Why y'all worried about what kind of car I'm in? It don't matter. I'm in my Rolls Royce Cullinan. I went over Porsche house and picked up Simon car.
No.
He is a man. Exactly. He is a man. You said, but talking about someone being a child. Exactly.
You don't want the whole world to know how sick you are.
This girl can cause a lot of problems for us.
You've gone too far. What did you do?
How can you sit up there and talk about molestation so callously? Like literally. And then it's not even talk about the molestation. You got graphic with it. You talked about what the man did to her as a child.
Yikes.
How is that entertaining?
Yikes.
How is that a read?
That is not a read.
Everyone likes the car. It's fine. It's a Taycan. It's a Taycan. I'm saving the planet driving my electric car today. They're definitely all men. We could talk about Junkie Dineva being a man. He don't give a fuck.
Oh. Wait, Michelle. So this is starting some type of, I think we've already kind of been in this war. I feel like we've been in a war with real women, cisgender women against trans, what are they, trans women or trans men? I think it's trans women. Okay, we're gonna call it trans women. I don't know. But I feel like it's starting some type of war because as I'm starting to realize, like, the men are hitting the black women like, gorilla, blah, 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 nappy neck, like she was just saying. And the women are throwing back dirt with saying, oh, you a man, you got dick and balls and all this stuff. And it's just like, this ain't good. And aren't we supposed to be working together? Like, isn't that how this is supposed to go? Like, the gay man is the best friend to the black woman. The black woman is the best friend to the gay man. This is like a conquer and divide, but I don't know if it needs to happen, but the way it's happening and how it's happening is disgusting. It's really mean because a lot of people are getting caught in the crossfire. And what's going to happen is people are going to see trans women and instantly think of T.S. Madison and think that trans woman is just like T.S. Madison. Trans people are going to look at a black woman and think that all black women are like a Michelle or Tasha K. I don't know. This is why this sector is real dirty. It's real dirty because it's just a whole bunch of conquering and dividing. Like, that's all this is. This is all it is. And she calling Funky Dineva. Now, I will say Funky Dineva, I always kind of felt like he wanted to make a mockery of black women. I really did, especially when he used to come on camera with the wigs and stuff. It's like, was that your perspective of how black women were? And I always hear like undertones of Funky Dineva when he speaks on black women. I just always felt like he didn't like us, but we are predominantly his demographics. So he is going to, pander to us in the same way. It's like a frenemy. But I do feel like now she got these words in my head because now I want to keep saying junkie, but his name is Funky. But with Funky Dineva, I do feel like I can't really listen to him for very long because I do hear it in his voice like, do you even like us? Because the way you be talking, like even with that lady who just died, he showed no remorse to that woman and her family if she had kids. It was just like, oh, well. And I just kind of felt like, yeah, you definitely do not like black women. I don't know if it's because you can't be us or if it's because you can't put your hands on us. But with Funky Dineva, I've always kind of felt that with him. And that's just my unpopular opinion about him.
give a damn about women or womanhood. He don't give a damn. As long as it can make him $1, as long as they can eat off the backs of black women, they will tap dance. They will do whatever. They put on their makeup, their lipstick.
I feel it. Yeah.
They'll sell y'all hair. They'll sell y'all all kind of stuff. It does not matter. They don't give a dang about you. And then you got the nerve to say, "Oh, I got a mama." So, of course, I never say that about you because I got a mama. Everybody got a mama, fool. Everybody got a mama. Your mama does not dig. Hell, because you got a mama. Your mama might be the reason why you hate. What? No shade. She might be the reason why you feel the way you do about black women.
Okay,
it's very telling.
Michelle is definitely throwing. This ain't tea no more. This is straight Hennessy, and I'm almost afraid to see how Funky Dineva and TS and Madison, because it's the junkie Dineva and the TS man hands that's in the back of my head because this lady. If I actually say it, I'm sorry. I'm listening to her and she keeps repeating it over and over and over. The more she repeats it, it's like in the back of my mind. But that's not. I want to be respectful to them. But she ain't telling no lie right now. She really is not.
Very, very telling. Junkie seems depressed and angry.
Thank you, Courtney.
He might be. I don't know.
Courtney, if you would like to come up, like I said, anybody that would like to come up, the link is pinned. You don't have to show your face, but if you want to give your 1212 about the Armon Wiggins and my radio or this, feel free to do so.
Might be when you live in a lie. When you live in a lie, honey, them drugs got a hold of you. I'd be depressed too. If you can't, if you make if you make $1 million a year and you spend 900,000 of it on cocaine, I'd be depressed too.
See, she hitting real low. She hitting real low because here's the thing: if Funky Dineva did have an addiction, like you making fun of somebody's addiction is not funny. It really isn't funny. Because that really is a battle. That's a battle. That's just like, say you Michelle, say something was going on where it did not allow you to have kids, and now they're sitting here speaking on your ovaries. Like that's not nice. It's not nice. I mean, some of it's funny, but it's not funny because it's like, damn, the repercussions that's gonna come out of this is no good. It ain't gonna be good at all for nobody. It's not.
I would be depressed, child. I wouldn't know what to do. If my drug man was living better than me, I would be depressed, honey. I wouldn't know what to do. If I'm working every day to pay somebody else's lifestyle, to pay for the drug man to bring me my fix, I would be depressed.
Now you putting allegations on a man. Now you putting allegations on that possibly may not be true. I don't know if Funky is on drugs or not. I mean, he has admitted to having an issue with it before in the past, but I don't know. But if you guys are in here, make sure you hit that like button or that dislike button because any engagement is better than what? No engagement at all. Support your girl. Hit that like button or the dislike button. It doesn't matter. I don't mind either one. Just engage with your girl. Thank you so much.
Depressed. Y'all cheer him on. Y'all need to cheer him to go to rehab. That's what y'all need to cheer him to do while he's sitting up there with a runny nose every day. Y'all need to cheer. He's so intelligent. He's so well spoken. He's a lot of things, but he's still a junkie. I've said it myself. I've seen it. He's talented. I've seen it firsthand. He's talented some ways.
And you see, this is my thing, and I hate to even bring up his name again, but this is why yesterday when I spoke on Sean David Wade, I didn't really want to watch his content because I seen how Michelle and Funky Dineva went out and the way they just keep going back and forth. I do not want that for him and I at all because it's too much. Like this has been going on for like almost a decade. It feels like leave each other alone. Just go into your own corners. Like leave it alone. You don't like him, he don't like you. Leave it alone. But she like poking the bear, so let her do it. Because when Funky come back, honestly, they both win. They both win and they both lose. They both win because they get money, right? They get they get their revenue from this. But they both lose because honestly, like the way they're spewing out all of this out of their mouth, there's gonna be repercussions for this. You know, you supposed to let God get even for you. You don't do it yourself. You know, and the way she's doing, this lady is definitely cashing a lot of checks, and I don't know if she know what she in for, because when these two people link up and get her back. You know, again, I keep saying it. You cannot feel no way, Miss Michelle, because Miss Michelle, you doing a lot of poking right now. And the thing is, they didn't even poke you. This is about Tasha K, and you just said that you don't even mess with Tasha K like that. So this just lets me know you're trying to stick your neck out and get some attention. You know, which is fine because this is what the internet is for, attention. But girl, you asking for it.
He can speak. He can string a sentence together. He can string words together. He's great at enunciating and expressing his thoughts. He's awesome. They say cocaine clear the brain. They say cocaine creates that delusions of grandeur. But you need to listen closely to what them cocaine brains be saying. Drug addicts are the most prolific. Okay, for real. For real. You heard it. You cringed. He dragged the dead. Oh my God.
Squarespace's creative tools let you design a unique.
I never knew her mouth could be so reckless like this too. I never really paid attention to her like that. But dang, she going in just like Tasha K and T.S. Madison and Funky. Like, girl, you right with the bunch. You right with the bunch.
Dragging the dead. T.S. man hands over there dragging children and molestation victims. What else is there? I'm going to my post office box. You gonna meet me there? Druggies operate in a different dimension. Okay, exactly. They are all gay men, and I mean, I don't even like to say that because gay men don't be gay men. I know don't be acting like that. It's no secret. I got a lot of gay friends. All my friends are gay. There's no way I could be a...
Well, if you're saying all your friends are gay, the remarks that you're coming out of the side of your mouth with can be offensive to them too. Like, you're not just hurting T.S. Madison or Funky Dineva. You may be hurting other gay men too by some of the stuff that you're saying. Just like T.S. Madison may have hurt other molestation victims because she was coming for Tasha K. All of y'all doing the same thing. I don't see no difference. Honestly, I don't see any difference. I really don't. I'm looking at her just like I'm looking at all of them. Y'all all the same.
What is it? There's no way that I can hate gay people. All my friends are gay. Yeah, homophobe. Thank you. I lost my brain. I began brain farts.
Yeah.
Because those aren't the words I use in everyday language. I don't be thinking about homophobia and stuff. I don't be thinking about that. Oh, but my thing is, we could call gay people out just like they call us out. They be on their platform spewing all kind of rhetoric to straight people, straight women, straight black women in particular.
But it's not supposed to be an eye for an eye. You know, you can still get your message across without doing exactly what they're doing. Because when they got to pay for their sins, you doing the same thing. You got to pay too. You're doing the same thing. You falling right into the devil's trap, right? You just fell right into the ditch, right along with all three of them. Girl, you know different. You know different.
But as soon as you say something about one of them, oh, you mean homophobic? You mean homophobic? You mean not being homophobic. This is a whole cosplay man in a wig sitting there telling you that children are awful. Oh, hold on. I don't know why my earpods connected. They right here. My earpods connected by themselves. But yeah, that's a whole man in a wig telling you, about children and talking about disgusting children and retardation and all of these things. All right. Even when he tried to drag me for fertility issues and all, she can't have children. whatever it is. Like, it's lots of women out there. That's why I don't never drag Kenya. It's lots of women out there with fertility issues. It could be you, even if you don't have fertility issues right now. If you decide to have a baby tomorrow, you might have a problem. You know, who knows? There's lots of women out there with
you can tell that's like her sensitive spot, you know. I can't empathize with her because I have a child, but you can tell that she's basically letting the enemy know what to exactly speak on, you know. Speak on that you don't have no kids, speak on you don't have any birthday celebrations, blah blah blah. You're letting them know. So I think you should stop speaking on it. You know, that's something that's between you and yourself and your relationship with God and the people that love and support you, not for the enemy to hear, because you're just basically giving the enemy exactly what they need to know to come back at you. And I would hate to hear T.S. Madison or Funky Dineva come back and say, oh, aha, that's why you can't have no kids. Aha. You know, we're gay. We don't want kids. But you're a cisgender woman. You probably want kids. You don't got nobody to send your legacy to. Then you never know who else that's affecting because of them now coming at not just you, everybody else around you, and everybody else on this platform because of the stuff that you're saying right now. So you're hurting those too that it could be in the same boat as you. These people, this sector is just disgusting.
Fibroids that bleed all the time. There's lots of women out there with issues.
Yes, it's true.
That they will never understand. And for them to sit up there and talk about women's fertility issues.
You can see this is something she's passionate about. This is something she's passionate about. I don't think she need to be speaking on it. I don't think she need to be letting them know nothing. Don't tell them people nothing.
Women's children, big old maxi pads, all of that. It's a problem. But, you know, we can sit up there and kiki. You know, they can call us whores and talk about how stretched out our vaginas are and all this stuff. But then you can have sex indiscriminately in the bathroom. Talk about you on prep. You have sex behind the dumpster.
Girl, stop.
But we're whores. We're this, we're that. And so, yes, the misogyny seeps out, honey. The misogyny, the anti-black, there's a whole bunch of isms over there. And guess what? I ain't perfect. I ain't never said I was, but I could call a thing a thing. I can call a thing a thing. I can call.
They gonna do the same thing. They gonna call a thing too with you. They gonna do the same thing, unfortunately, and they gonna be dragging not just you, everybody else that is in the same boat as you, which sucks. That's
about colorism because I've been a victim of it. I can call out misogyny because I've been a victim of it. I can call out all of that. Hey, April, how you doing, friend?
I don't know. When it comes down to that whole situation, she wrong too. I mean, she made some valid points, and I don't disagree with everything that she's saying. But the way
why is it
the way she went about it just it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way because yeah. Let's go on to the next. The one thing about it, the messy sweet spot, I have my sentiments about what she did recently, but she got all the tea. So let's go on to the next video. She has the Funky Dineva drags Evelyn Lozada daughter pregnancy.
You got to be.
And this is what Michelle was talking about. I do personally feel like he does not like no woman. So any opportunity he can get to talk about a Black woman or Hispanic woman, he gonna do. So let's get into it.
Very careful because your daughter is now of age where we could talk about her. And her being allegedly pregnant from the game ain't giving Stepford White, ain't truly giving Stepford White wife tease either. I mean, you know, it's given, I get it from my mama.
Fucking. I mean, she is of age, but damn, what did she do to you? What did she do to you? Oh, yikes.
Okay, so like, you just got to be careful when you try to out.
I'm gonna get you right now.
Evelyn her rights. If you guys did not know, Evelyn, she hired a private investigator and found out Jackie was selling her cooch back in the day. And people already know Evelyn. She has a bad reputation of being a whore out here in these streets. So Funky is pretty much pulling Evelyn card. Not too much on Miss Jackie. Listen to this, you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Out.
You got to be very careful because your daughter is now of age where we could talk about her, and her being allegedly pregnant from the game ain't giving Stepford White, ain't truly giving Stepford White wife tease either. I mean, you know, it's given. I get it from my mama. Okay, so like, you just got to be careful when you try to out people pussy on the internet when yours got more mileage on it than a Greyhound bus that was repurposed for a church bus for convocation. You got to be careful, Ev. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. You went off and had a baby and froze an embryo with Carl just so you could get another 18 years of child support. And you can't say you didn't, girl. You did. You did. And at the very end of the day, whether she sold coochie, whether she sold a little bit of coochie, or whether she sold a whole lot of coochie, Doug Christie like it. And he been liking it for 30 years. And
he got a point.
Ooh, Evelyn, you all right. So Evelyn,
I don't care what you got to say, Guru.
Funky that
you got to put. So wait, Evelyn and oh man, Jackie going back and forth. I mean, Funky did not lie. He ain't lie. He ain't lie. But the delivery, the delivery. So let's go to the next. I will say, the Messy Sweet Spot definitely is. I don't know. I think her pronouns is a she because she looks like a she now, but she definitely is giving very much. She is the queen Dundada of this black tea mess sector when it comes down to having the receipts, because she got them all. I give it to her. I give it.
Your parents named you Latasha Transrena Kiwi. Let's get on that middle name. You sit around and beef with T.S. Madison all day long for being.
Wait, so Geisha 305 is taken up for. Okay. That's why we cannot come together, because it's just too much conquering divide. But okay.
And a transgender woman, and you're a trans too. Why else would your mama name you Transrena? That trans don't stand for transportation, bitch. Was you born with 2 body parts? That might be why you attacking her identity, because you dealing with some trans.
Oh my God. Please, Lord, forgive me. Wait, why her mouth so lethal like this? Wait.
Issue. Now you got me questioning whether or not that was a real belly, because you know you could purchase them bitches off of Amazon. Your parents decide to snip the pickle instead of the cherry. With all this surrogate mother activity going on, who knows? Anyway, ho, that's your transition. And I'm gonna get you right.
Girl, honey, we just came. I need.
I don't know. Geisha, I feel like she tries too hard. Kaya very natural with it. Yeah. You know?
Stop doing.
Dennis the Menace morphed the Three Stooges haircut on top of your head. You're a grown-ass woman looking like a little white black boy with a mullet. And on top of that, your parents named you Latasha Transrena Kiwi. Let's get on that middle name. You sit around and beef with T.S. Madison all day long for being a transgender woman, and you're a trans too. Why else would your mama name you Transrena? That trans don't stand for transportation, bitch. Was you born with 2 body parts?
Ooh, baby, these people spare. I need to get up out of here because my discernment kicking in. Like, don't even watch that. Ooh. Okay. Mrs. Netta Charles addresses who is the power bottom.
You gotta try a super claw.
So I'll give a hoop what you do, say girl.
Listen to her.
Girl, did you see this video?
That's not a question. Who do you think?
Okay, make sure you guys like XOXO. Let's play that clip.
Adam, who taking the dick?
Who taking the dick?
Yeah.
Baby, who do you think taking the dick?
I just be wanting to know.
You should know who taking the dick. That's not a question.
I mean, like,
It's not a.
You don't think he be wanting some warm pussy sometimes?
He might do.
And guess what? You got the pussy for.
Wait. Stop the press. Charles is the bottom? Charles is the bottom? Oh, man.
All right, we got to talk about them because it's a damn shame we in 2024. Just because the man is wearing an eyeshadow does not mean he's the bottom. It's a lot of feminine men that are.
Well, put us on game because you act like we in the bedroom with y'all. We don't know. We as women, we the bottom. So that's the only position we know. I mean, unless some women like to peg. But you talking to us like we supposed to know this. Put us on game because Messy, now I really want to know. What? Charles is the bottom? Oh, that's a lot of power.
Are topping, and it's a whole bunch of masculine men that are bottoms, and they love to get that thing pounded. Okay, so please let's stop making this whole assumption that just because a gay man or a bi man.
Well, you can't assume that we know. That's why we should be educated. Now, I appreciate that she is educating us on this because I thought that. Damn. So why is she going by Miss Netta if she gonna be Joe in the bedroom? That should be Joe.
Or any man that presents himself as masculine, wants to do the screwing or is doing the screwing when it comes to situations. A lot of times it's not.
Wow.
When it comes to these transgenders and feminine boys, honey, they be doing the topping, and these masculine men, they want the dick. That's what they want. That is what they want. Okay, they're not going to these feminine boys for no cooch. They not going chasing after transgenders for no cooch. They going because of the dick. Okay, they going for the feminine boys and the transgenders for that dick. Okay. Listen, don't take my word for it. Look at a lot of these transgender prostitutes or sex workers, whatever. Most of them are top because that's what brings in the money, them topping these masculine men that are married, girl. So Miss Netta talking about what you think? Shit, I think that Charles is the bottom. I think Charles is the bottom. He's too lazy to be a top. Okay, that's what I think. Okay, I think Miss Netta be putting down that dick. I think that she be piping these hoes down.
Okay, so this is what I be confused about because if Miss Netta gonna be Joe in the bedroom, why are you playing in our faces? You don't claim to be trans. You the top. Why are you playing in our faces? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. I can kind of understand a little bit now why T.S. Madison be giving, Miss Netta a little side eye because that's confusing. That's a lot.
And the voodoo, the nuts is hanging. Okay, the nuts is hanging. Okay, let's look at this clip. Let's go.
Bottom. Who taking the dick?
She want to know who's taking it.
Who taking the dick?
Yeah.
You heard her, Miss Netta.
Yeah.
Baby, who do you think?
All right, why won't you just answer the question? She never answered the question. So I guess he wants to put out this idea that, hey, if you're feminine, then you're the bottom. But that's not the case. So I want to let you guys know, in the LGBT, that is not the case. A lot of times, even if the man got on a wig, the makeup, the heels, a lot of times they are the ones topping. Now they do.
And see, that's why I be feeling lonely now. That's why I be feeling lonely, and I'm okay with feeling lonely because you just never know with these men nowadays. You really don't. Like, you can have the most masculine man, and they want to be the bottom. What? That's why I'm single now. That's why I nice for what to these men? Nice for what? I want to know everything about you because now this is scary. That's scary. That's scary. We both, who doing the bending?
bottom too. You know, then sometimes it's the verse set. You know, it's a very versatile set, a lot of them. But you know, if you're a proud bottom, just say, yeah, I'm taking it. But the beating around a bush and never answering it, that speaks a lot.
That does.
Shit, it don't matter. Shit, it's all just fun topics. And yeah, Miss Netta came out yesterday and she said that her name is Joe. You know, you call her a man or a woman, but she's a man, and her character is a woman. And
bingo. This is exactly why T.S. Madison feels some type of way, because you playing a character when T.S. Madison really actually believes that she is supposed to be a woman. Why we call Miss Netta if she want to be Joe? Like, sheesh, I would hate to see Charles booty hole, because Miss Joe is Miss Joe. Miss Netta, that's a big man.
And I think her character is a biological woman. Her character is not a transgender woman. I think Miss Netta is a biological woman. I think her character she playing is a biological woman. I do not think the character that she's playing, Miss Netta, is a transgender woman. I think Miss Netta, the character she's playing, is a biological woman. Miss Netta has played women a long time. She has always been doing skits, and she always played biological women. Okay, I've never seen her play transgender woman. All right.
So is she basically is she mocking us as women then? Is she mocking Black women? Because if so, that's foul. I'm not calling her Miss No Damn Netta, because if you don't, I'm over it. I'm over it. Messy Sweet Spot, thank you for the education behind this, because this is I'm enlightened.
Let's go.
Taking the dick.
I just be wanting to know.
You should know who taking the dick. That's not a question.
I mean, like,
it's not.
He talking about it's common sense.
Common sense.
What? Run that back. He said it's common sense. No, it's not. Because my common sense said if Miss Netta acting like Miss Netta, then she the bottom. Oh man.
It's not.
Charles said it's common sense. When is common sense common nowadays in 2024?
Okay.
What is common sense? Common sense, honey. I mean, this whole show is not common sense. Nothing in society today is common sense, okay?
This is the fact.
Girl, you don't even have common sense. Shit. But it's common sense. I know I forgot. I cannot be eating in front of y'all. Y'all don't like when I be smacking.
I think he be wanting some warm pussy sometimes.
He might do.
And guess what?
All right. So Miss Netta said he might want some kitty cat. So I guess that means Charles is bisexual. So he go back and forth. He's with men, then he with women. Okay. I know. I'm sorry. I did crunch. I couldn't help it.
I can't believe I brought a child into this world. Honestly, I really cannot. Every day, I be looking at my kid and I'm like, "Whoa, what was I thinking, bringing you into this confused ass world?" Because this is a lot to explain to a child. Honestly, it really is. It's really complex. It's really, your kid asking that's a boy, and you gotta say no, that's a girl. You gotta call them by she, even though she's looking at a he. But in classroom, she's learning about what genders are. This is a boy. This is a girl. This is so freaking confusing. Honestly, just open up the floodgates for real. Start all over. Because at this point, this is confusing. This is straight up confusing, and confusion comes from the devil. This is too much.
The chip was in my face. I know some of y'all feel away.
Yeah.
About these men.
Yeah.
That go from Miss Nettas to biological women. Well, that's the nature of the beast.
And yeah, and we feel away too about men, such as how you were Miss Messy Sweet Spot too, and you used to be a man, and now you a woman too. It's all the same. It's
You already heard they sit up there and he okayed it. He didn't say, no, I'm going to stick with Miss Netta. Yeah, And if he got the urge for some cooch, he gonna get it. And these women are gonna give it to him, honey. Yes, they are. They're gonna give it to him. They're gonna give it to him. Ask me how I know. All right, well, comment. Let us know what you guys think about this. It's gonna be a while.
Oh, I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sorry. I needed a moment of silence just to like get myself together in my composure, because what? Are we that far gone in society? Like, are we that far? Like, get me out of America at this point. Like, take my tail to Russia or Africa, one of these masculine countries where it is what it is. What you see is what you see. Ain't no changing up. What you came into the world as is what you got to stand on. Because this is confusing, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. I really don't. And I hate to sound like I'm being judgmental. I'm really not. But even as a kid, like learning this is a man, this is a woman, this is a boy, this is a girl, and now coming up and I'm gonna be honest, I can get jiggy with, gay men who are still boys, but they're gay. Okay. I mean, it's pushing it and it still ain't right in the Lord's eyes, but okay. We've dealt with that. I mean, I've been seeing that since I was a kid, but now to know that you taking it a step further with, I got to go to the store, and I'm a big foot girl. I'm not gonna lie. I wear size 9 in women. I'm a big foot girl, 9.5. And when I was pregnant, I was 10. So now I got to go into the store and I got to compete over some shoes, not with just other big foot. Well, I don't want to say Bigfoot, but other women who have the same size as me. I'm not only just competing with them to get the dang shoe, but I'm now competing with other men that are my size. It just be making me feel some type of way, or going to get my nails done. And, it's a place of, let me shut up before I walk myself right into where Miss AT Alien was going. I can't. I gotta mind my tongue. Baby. This is one confused ass country. It's sickening. And again, I feel bad sometimes bringing a kid into this world, because this is not the world that I grew up in. This is not the world that I grew up in. And I understand that the world is constantly evolving, but for people to make sin normal, I'm just not going for it. I ain't going. I'm not. And I know I sin too, but I would say, but I'm not trying to cosplay as something I'm not. I'm not trying to do that. And it does kind of make me feel a way, because it's most of the guys that transition to women, they feel a superior complex to women. Like they feel like they're better than us. And for that, I pity them, because as you remember, off of Fat Girls, when Monique and her African man was like, Monique, you'll never be a size 2. He had to really kill her with the truth, and it hurt her feelings, but it was the truth. You are a pretty hot and thick woman. Like, you'll never be a size 2. Men who are putting on wigs and stuff, we as women will never really look at you as a woman. We will always be looking at you sideways. We will respect your pronouns, but I'm gonna be honest, we will never accept you as being one of us. And I'm gonna stand on it. I'm gonna be respectful to what you say you are, but in the back of my mind, you still a man, homie. Like, you still can hit like a man. Like, even though you taking estrogen and all that, you still a man, Damon. Like, it just is what it is. And I have to stand on this, because this is what I am teaching my daughter. This is what I'm teaching my daughter. Some little boy come in the classroom wearing nail polish and think he a girl and he can hit my daughter. No, that's still a little boy. And he got more strength than my daughter. Well, I ain't gonna lie, the little girls was beating up the little boys back in the day because the girls were stronger than the boys. But when he grow up and he think he can windmill on a woman, like, no, Damon, use a boy. I really feel bad for this climate and all that is going on in it. Y'all, I'm kind of sick to my stomach. I'm kind of sick to my stomach, and I'm very disappointed, and I'm having to explain all of this to my daughter, and some of this stuff I don't even know how to explain to her. And it makes me sad because I feel like I'm putting confusion in her mind now. Shauna said, it's crazy how touchy this topic has become. In my opinion, it has some people not wanting to say anything on it because of the new school way of thinking. Thanks for being so considerate on it. No, I mean, Shanna, like, for real, like, and the only reason I have to speak on it because I'm raising a kid, because my daughter has questions, because you see a man with a full-on beard and a skirt, and she's over here coloring pictures of little girls with dresses on, not little boys that got a skirt on, So if she's saying, like, that's a boy, like, yes, baby, that is a boy, but he think he a girl. I'm putting that confusion on her spirit and on for her. And it's just like, no, I'm sticking to the script. And then, yeah, it may hurt some people. You are a boy. You are a boy. You're a boy. You are a boy. You'll never be one of us. You never will. You can have the titties at the top and the dick at the bottoms. Especially coming from a woman who has birthed a child, especially from a woman that almost lost her life giving birth to a child. You'll never be able to empathize with that. And you want me to give you the same sympathy? No, you can't do what I can do. You can't do what I can do. That's like me saying I could beat you up. No, I can never beat you up, boy. You probably slap me through the washer and dryer and slap me silly. No. For my kid, my daughter, I'm sorry. In my spirit, my discernment is telling me, be honest with your child. That's a man. That is a man. That is a woman. Even the women that are walking around with the butch haircuts, that's still a woman. She got titties. She can bleed just like you, baby. You know how you get in your period, baby? That's still a woman. She just, she just a little rough around the edges when it comes down to her little personality. That's still a man, baby. He just wants to wear the same shoes and the dresses just like you because honestly, he want to be like you, but he will never be like you. He'll never be like you. And that's the truth. I don't care. Sue me. I don't care. I'm raising a kid up in this shit. And it's so sad because you're confusing my kid. And when it comes down to my kid, that's how I'm going to raise my kid. You can't tell me how to raise my kid. You can't tell me to confuse my child. You can't tell me that I have to place confusion on her. No. They just think they're a woman, baby, but they're not a woman. They think they're a woman, but they're not a woman. You look between your legs, you got 2 lips and a clit. You look between their legs, they got 2 balls and a scrotum. And if they cut it off, guess what? They still a man, baby, because God blessed them into this world and chose their gender. But they went against God. And that's when it really comes down to, like, I feel like people are trying to make it seem like, make us who feel this way, make us feel like we wrong for standing behind God. I'm not wrong for standing behind God and what he chose you to be in this world. I'm not wrong. So if you tell me I'm wrong, fuck you too. Use a man. But if you want to be called a woman, you still want, okay, Mrs., okay, miss, but you still a man. You still a man. I'm going to let my daughter know you a man. You're not confusing my baby. You're not confusing me. Because sitting here even listening to this shit is confusing me. And it's on my spirit. And that shit pisses me off. It really does piss me off. And I ain't going to drop a tear. But it makes me so passionate that I'm a mom now having to explain this shit to a 4-year-old, to a 5-year-old. No. I didn't grow up like that. And my kid ain't going to grow up like that. So they can fucking flail their, excuse my language, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me. Give me the words to say right now. But you can flail, you can sit here and act like, I'm wrong for saying the truth. But the truth hurts. The truth fucking hurts. The truth hurts. And I'm going to stand on it. I don't care. Cancel me. But you's a man. You a woman. Okay? It's just motherfucking holiday every day. It's Halloween every day for them. It's Halloween. They dressing up every day, baby. It's Halloween every day. Every day. They got to put in more effort. They got to put in more energy to make them look like you, baby. Because they didn't get to really love on themselves, or somebody did something to them, or somebody placed that confusion on their heart. Because they didn't get to, somebody didn't pray over them. No, because I'm in that season right now. I got a kid asking me questions. I got a kid looking at stuff. Like, no. And if she go to school and the teacher try to put that, I'm snatching and grabbing my baby up out of that situation. I'm snatching and grabbing. No, you're not placing confusion onto my kid. You're not. And let's just say this. What if my daughter feels like she wants to grow up and I rebuke that in the name of Jesus, and I pray the blood of Jesus all over that. But what if my kid grows up, and she says she wants to be a little boy? We just gonna have to cross that bridge when we get there. But like I said, I'm gonna continue to pray over my child. I'm gonna continue to ask God, to give the discernment, to do what's right. I don't care what they think is right. I'm going off of what the Bible said. I'm going off of my discernment. I'm going off of what God's word says. You are a man. And the fact that they sitting over here like, oh yeah, a man is doing women things and stuff. Shit. That is demonic as hell. It's demonic. That is demonic. And the fact that they think that they can flail and beat you up, baby. I'm getting the fuck up out of America. I'm not lit. I told myself I'm grinding hard, y'all. I'm grinding hard. I don't care who's getting hurt. If it's the truth, it's the truth. I'm getting up out of America because at this point, the whole school system is in shambles. Everything is a mess. Everything is a mess. And I know that my childhood and the public education system wasn't all that great, but it was great because we didn't have this much confusion. We're supposed to be learning ABCs, math, science, history, and all this other stuff. But now you teaching our kids basically confusion. No, I'm getting the fuck up out of America. I really am. That is my goal. I'm getting out of here. Me and my baby, we getting up out of here. Because I'm not dealing with it. I'm not dealing with it. And honestly, it's already bad enough that in our gender, we already feel hated on with women. And then on top of that, we got men that's gonna hate on us that think that they us too. Shit. Shit. I'm not about to play in God's face like that. And God got me. He gonna protect me. But I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth, and I'm gonna shame the devil. These men who are dressing up as women, again, I'll be respectful to call you your pronouns, And to think about it, when we was kids, right, the only thing that came close to this kind of conversation, and y'all gonna remember this, the only thing that came close to this conversation was the Sierra thing. When they said Sierra came into this world as a hermaphrodite. Y'all remember that? When they were saying Sierra used to be a boy, but then she chose to be a girl. And we was like, oh yeah, she used to be a boy. And that was the closest thing. Like, we didn't hear nothing else on that. I mean, yeah, you had your RuPaul and stuff like that, but RuPaul claims to be a man. It's just feminine. I'm okay with that. It is what it is. It's still wrong. But it is what it is. At least you know your gender. You're not confusing my child. But for the ones that want us to be confused, use a man and use a boy, Damon. And I stand on that. And I mean that. And I don't care. who like it, who don't like it. I really don't. Outspoken said, I don't like Mob. Why you don't like Mob for? What's your thing on Mob? I'm gonna be honest with you about about Mob. I really never could listen to her. And the reason why I never could really listen to her is because she always sounded angry. She always sounded like she woke up with an attitude. Like she always sounded like somebody just pissed her off. And I always read her energy to be bothered. Like something was always bothering her. And the fact that she was always picking on Cardi B and she liked to pick and poke on certain people, I just kind of feel like she's a beautiful woman, but her spirit my spirit did not bear witness to hers. So I was like, this ain't my type of thing. Cause when I used to listen to her, after I would listen to her, I would feel angry. Like I would have a little attitude, and that's why I said I'm very selective in what I watch. I'm very selective on like my gates altogether. I'm not about to just let anything come up into my spirit. And every time I get up off this live, I pray before this live, I pray after the live, because you never know what people are trying to do. But like I said, God already prepared my table in front of my enemies. So whatever they may be trying to do, they doing that onto themselves. They're not doing that to me. I'm protecting. I'm very, very, very grounded in that. I sin too. Don't make it. I don't want to be up here like I'm just some, holier than thou. But what I will say is I'm trying to be better. I'm very mindful. I'm not trying to tear people down. But if me saying a man that wants to be a woman is claiming to be a woman is still a man to me, that's not me tearing you down, baby. That's just me giving you the truth. That's like you telling me I would never have a penis. Yeah, I can go surgically get one, but I'll never know what it really is to have a penis. That's why a lot of these surgeries don't be going well, because God woo. I'm gonna shut up. Y'all get my drift though. The only reason why I can't get with that is because I have a kid. I really did not care when I didn't have a kid. I'm gonna be honest. Like I was on the opposite side. I'm not gonna say opposite side, but I was like, just let those people blah 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 blah. But now that I got an offspring and she asking me questions, I'm not about to lie to my kid. I'm not about to lie to my kid. Y'all not gonna have me lie to my kid. She gonna get the honest truth. But Shanna said, never really listened to her, but I think I followed her on Twitch though. Maybe I'll actually listen to a stream now. Like I said, she just always sounded like she's mad about something, or she just got an attitude about something. And for me, it's just like, again, my spirit did not bear witness to that. So I would just have to turn it off. Like, okay, let me just go somewhere else and get the tea, because the way it's being presented to me, I am not really into it. I'm being honest. She can shred me to pieces, baby. I'm still beautiful. I'm still here. She can't take no money out my pocket. It's the truth. People don't like the truth in this sector, and I realize that. I stand in my truth, and it is what it is. I don't care for people to like me, but what I am going to do is always tell the truth, even if it does hurt. But my intention isn't to hurt anybody, but different strokes for different folks. Like, she may not want to listen to me either. It is what it is. I'm not going to take no offense to it, but if she does take offense to it, that's just her. But that's my cross to carry. That's her cross to carry. I got my own cross to carry, so I worry about my own cross, but I'm allowed to say if I don't particularly care for somebody. I'm allowed to say that. To be honest with you, I would rather much listen to Armon Wiggins over Mob Radio, if I'm going to be real with you. Unpopular opinion. Clock that T. And that's crazy to say, but but the way Armon be talking to people nowadays, and he be talking to his little funky bunch, I don't like how he be talking to people either, but as far as Mob, I think she has the gift of the gab, and I think she's very gifted. I like the fact that she doesn't change her standpoint or anything. Like I said, I'm gonna give her her 10s on the things that I like about her, but I just personally, I can't listen to her for too long. I just can't. I'll be like, damn, who the shit in your Cheerios this morning? Like, why you always sound like you got an attitude? Maybe it's a Houston thing. I don't think it's a Houston thing because I went to Houston and not everybody talks with that type of demeanor. But you can't take away the fact that the girl is consistent. You can't take away the fact that the girl stands on her 10s on how she feels. You can't take away the fact that she is gifted. You can't take away none of that. But for me, I'm not going to be listening to it too much. You know, you go to the store, it's all different colors and types of bread. You got your Sara Lee, you got your Wonder bread, you got all that. You got your non-name brand bread. You got all type of stuff. Everything ain't for everybody. My content is not for everybody. Her content is not for everybody. So you can pick and choose, but that don't mean you get to tear them down. I don't have to tear her down. She may rip me to shreds. Whatever. That's from her mouth to God's ears, but can't hate on me for telling the truth. You know, you can't. I think a lot of people are scared of mob radio. I do think that because I really don't be hearing nobody in these streets, content creators, ever calling her out. Never. Like, where was the videos when she was talking about Cardi B's kids? Don't worry, I'll wait because that was wrong. But I didn't hear nobody. People be scared. And why are you scared for? What can she do but talk about you? Let her talk. That's what she do on the internet every day. That's what we do. We're going to talk every single day, right? So why we scared for? I mean, why we scared for? Just as well she can have her opinion, so can other people. I don't dislike her. Like I said, just ain't my cup of tea. Like I said, I didn't come back to the sector to be liked. I really did not. I can give a flying banana. I really can. I came back to the sector because there was something in the sector that was missing that I was bringing to the sector, which was always the truth. You know, now I did lie about deleting Sean David Wade's videos, and I already stumped on that, and I will stamp it again. So nobody can ever say that, you know, blah, blah, blah. I own that. I take accountability. But there was something that I brought to this platform that no others was bringing to this platform. And that was creativity in the way I edited my videos. And that was the way that I delivered my messages because I wasn't mean, foul, and rude. Now, I did make fun of some people, and I did, and that was wrong. But God snatched me back, humbled me, and here I am today, 4 years later. Sometimes some of these people need to take a break because even though they're making all this money does not equate to happiness. Because if it did, then you would be up here talking about roses and rainbows and actually calling out the good things some of these content creators do as opposed to just always harping on the negative things. And I don't only just want to harp on the negative things, you know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to give people their flowers when they're here. Like I said, I just bigged up my radio. And if they do go back and tell her, they're going to only tell her the negative. And I'm going to just do my door to explore blank. And I could be all type of bitches, hoes, and all ugly, all whatever she want to do to me. And that's that on that. But what did Kimbella say? I'm still pretty, you know, inside and out. I'm still pretty inside out and out. So that's that. She's a girl. I respect girl power. Let's do it. But just because, you know, you're a girl and you're a black woman doesn't mean that you right for some of your actions. You know, again, talking about Cardi B kids is a no-no. Talking about anybody's kids is a no-no. Leave people kids out of here. That's how I know you weak. Not saying that she is weak, but when you got to put your lips on people's kids, you've run out of things to say. You've run out of things to say. That's it. You know, it's like when you joke in somebody's shoes and then they be like, oh, your mama's so fat. It's like, bro, why you bringing my mama into this? Like, my mama not even here. You supposed to be cracking on me. That's because you ain't got nothing else to talk about. So you want to talk about my kids. Hurt people. And I know who the hurt people are on this platform, and I'm not afraid to call it out. I'm not. I'm not. If anything, it excites me because it's actually breaking down and entering an element that nobody else is talking about. Who else is holding her accountable? I don't hear nobody else. And if I do, shout out to them. We need to hear their voices a little bit louder. A little bit louder. So yeah, my titles are going to be looking crazy and all that. But I'm a little different. I'm cut from a different cloth. And I'm bred a little differently. And I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So evidently I'm trying to get into the algorithm. I welcome these people to talk about me, talk about these hair, talk about my gap, talk about my skin, talk about anything you need to talk about. But that only defines them, not me. You're defining yourself because of the things that you're talking about on me. What you gonna say? You gonna rag me because I told you the truth? You need more people in your corner that's gonna tell you the truth. Armon should have told Mob Radio the truth when she was talking about Cardi B kids. You need people that's not just gonna be yes men. I'm not a yes man type of girl. Never will be. I'm coming back in this thing like waiting takes hell when she flicked that lighter and she blew up everything. Yeah, I'm not succumbing just because of some things we have in common or because you the head BIC. No, you wrong. And and what? So yeah. With Armon Wiggins, I said it yesterday in my video. Armon Wiggins needs to stop playing with them Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I already said that. I can see it all over his spirit. People need to start calling this out. And if you are a child of God, you need to be mindful of what you put in your opening your gates up to. Yesterday, I was trying to do a reaction to Armon video. He brought out that card, baby. I exit out of that thing so fast. No. I stand behind God. I'm a still to God. So yeah, and even when I'm cursing and doing all that, I correct myself too. But that doesn't mean I got to tear somebody down. But I can let you know when you're wrong. But yeah, anyway, y'all. Thank you. That is my time. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to your girl. I love your comments, good or indifferent, down below. And yeah, that's another episode. I'm out. Hold on. Peace.
And I'm bossed up quick, I ain't new to this shit, bitch, I'm true to this shit. Know you like that, nigga. Huh? I know you like that.
Yo. Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good on my eye.
Peace, y'all. Thank you again for joining this. I'm going to try to go live maybe a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow, depending on what my schedule is looking like. I like to go live when my baby is asleep. It's just easier that way. So she's not hearing these conversations, and I can give you guys my undivided attention. But yeah, I'm out. See you next time. Hey, make sure to hit that like button or that dislike button, because any engagement is better than what? No engagement at all. Okay? And I shed me a little tear because I was talking about my kid and what I got to teach her and stuff, but make them still flawless. I'm out. Peace.